Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the 4 civilizations in Age of Empires 4 which we already have information on, and give you a short overview over each of them. The Delhi Sultanate. The Delhi can build mosques already in the first age, the Dark Age, where they can train the Scholar, which are healers that can speed up all research as long as they're garrisoned inside of one of their mosques. This will be a very welcome feature, as their technologies are free of cost, and so they can amass quite an edge with a good number of scholars. To help out at the early game, the Delhi infantry is able to build defensive structures, so they can boom up behind the fortifications and thus stack their advantages until they are ready to make the next move. Once they are walled in properly and maintain a prosperous economy, the Delhi Sultanate can utilize powerful late-game technologies basically earlier than any of the other civs, and this way overwhelm their opponents. Militarily, they especially shine in the later stages of the game, when mighty war elephants and tower wall elephants can be fielded, which have archers on top of them to support them in battle. The Mongols. The Mongols are in many ways a polar opposite to the Sultanate, with a lot of very fast units in the early game and high versatility in their game plan. The Mongols can build stables from the very start of the game, as well as having access to the Khan, a mounted unit which can strengthen nearby Mongol units with its signal arrow ability, making raids of the dreaded Mangudai even more threatening. Since nomads rarely excel in agriculture, the Mongols use pastures instead of farms, which produce sheep to secure their food economy. A Mongol settlement ideally is arranged around an ovo, a holy place which slowly consumes the stone mine it is placed upon. Nearby buildings will receive a boost to research and production. Maintaining a good number of outposts will allow the Mongols to utilize the messaging network called the Orto to support them with the speed and information they need to respond to enemy actions. All in all, the Mongols will be a highly aggressive, likely challenging to play civ, which will be hard to chase down, but with their reliance on stone sources, sometimes predictable in their settling behavior. The English. In the early game, the English have access to cheaper farms and men-at-arms with an additional armor upgrade, to either boost their economy or use the extra resources to mount a strong attack against their opponents. If they themselves get harassed early on, the villagers can shoot at enemies with bows and arrows to make rushing them a bit risky business. In the later stages of the game, the farms can also generate gold, and instead of normal archers, Britons can field longbowmen, which have a higher range, as well as a plethora of potential upgrades to make them a real powerhouse in the late game. In the defensive, the English have a special ability called Network of Castles, which will boost the combat capacities of units and towers nearby to castles, town centers, towers and outposts for a short period of time whenever an enemy is approaching. To sum them up, the English in Age of Empires 4 have access to both powerful early and late game advantages, both in the military and economy department, and are, with their strong defensive structures and access to longbowmen, a tough nut to crack. A well-rounded civ where people jumping over from Age of Empires 2 should feel right at home. The Chinese. The Chinese have a powerful economy where the taxes collected by imperial officials will provide a steady income of gold. Over the course of the game, a player will be able to choose a dynasty by building that one's landmark buildings. In total, there are 4 different possibilities. The Tang dynasty boosts your scouts' speed and line of sight. The Song dynasty puts an emphasis on economy by getting access to the village building, as well as the repeater crossbowmen, which is better known as the Chokunu. The Yuan dynasty can build granaries and train fire lances, and the Ming dynasty allows player to build pagodas and train grenadiers. In addition to the dynasty-specific units, the Chinese have access to the Nest of Bees, an anti-unit siege weapon which can fire salvos of deadly firework into your opponent's tightly packed formations. Conclusively, you could say that the Chinese are for players who want to react to the development of the battlefield and improvise on the spot. Being able to choose a dynasty is a powerful feature to let the Chinese stay relevant and always find the right tools for the job. So these are short overviews over the 4 civs in Age of Empires 4 which we so far know about already, and yeah, there are still more to be revealed. We will see about them in the future, but until then, have a great day, and thanks for watching. See you next time. This has been Alkalim. Goodbye.